Hello and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our virtual training workshop. It's a sequence of 21 days of effective communication, which is a part of Positive Psychology coaching series. Today is our 15th day of this training, and our topic is Master the Art of Communicating via Email. Now let's start with the name of Almighty Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Today we tend to talk about the challenges that come with communication with people through emails. As we know the importance of communication in our personal and professional life. In today's advanced age, the media has also become very innovative and the use of modern technologies has increased tremendously. Email is one of the main tools used for official correspondence, so it should be impressive and comprehensive. A well-written email has a profound effect on the reader. Today's training will help you to learn more about these differences and how you can adjust your approach depending on your receiver. In today's mean of communication, email is one of the most critical and sensitive part of communication. Almost everyone uses email and social media for his professional and personal purposes. No doubt it's an easy, free method of communication and open lots of room for creative expression. However, despite its easiness, we have to be very careful. Usually, text-based messages can be misused and misinterpreted, sometimes with devastating consequences. If you are sending emails on behalf of a company, you could end up in a lot of trouble if they cause any offense. It is a fact that the average person sends and receives approximately more than 130 work-related emails every single day. We can say that 16.25 emails per work hour. In today's fast-paced work environment, no one denying that email is the number one form of communication amongst every employed person. But the trouble is, email is stressful, especially when you are sending important information to your boss or your future boss or the person you hope will be your boss after you nail that job interview. Normally, employees faces a lot of pressure in crafting a well-written, eloquent email. But sometimes the stress or laziness gets in the way and we end up sending something that reads more like an 8 grades poorly procrastinated lecture assignment than a highly educated inquiry written by an adult. Now we discuss the basic rules of writing effective emails that will get your message across. If the other person is in a senior position than yours, then mirror their tone. If your boss opens and closes with a few formal words, you should do the same. If they start signing off with a simple yours or regards, feel free to follow their lead. Otherwise, assume that you should use formal business language. If you are connecting someone about a complex issue or you need to share a lot of information, provide them with some other means of getting back to you. This is especially important if you are working on a time-sensitive document or project. If any new developments come to light, how can they contact you? Make sure they have your phone number as well as your email numbers. Don't fire off requests and don't launch into a lengthy series of bullet points. Keep your email efficient and concise, but don't be too cold. For instance, don't send one or two line email that contains a stock request or statement like, I need this task to be done today, or you will need to rearrange your schedule to fit this in. If you are talking to someone face to face, your tone of voice and body language can stand in for nights like please and thanks. Unfortunately, when you only have words on a screen, you need to literally spell them out. Stark request-based emails make the recipient feel defensive, as though they have been given an order by a demanding drill sergeant. Even if you are the boss and your subordinate has an obligation to follow your request, it will benefit your relationship if you make the efforts to sound friendly. Keep your subject line to a few words. If you can't think of a concise subject line, there is a chance that you have tried to fit too much information into one email. Think about the true purpose of your message and rewrite it if necessary. The average business person gets over 100 emails every day, so make it easy for them to pick out the key points of your message. Punctuation also helps. Exclamation points denote yelling, so be sure to use them only when conveying extreme excitement or upset. There is a big difference between "I'll see you this Friday" and "I'll see you this Friday." As well as an email saying your work on that important project could use improvement and your work on that important project could use improvement. Always imagine that they are reading the message over your shoulder. If you aren't sure whether you have made an inappropriate remark, reread the message while imagining that they are in the room with you. Only click send if you'd be happy to say it to their face. It's possible to insult someone to their face with no witnesses present, but email lasts forever. If you need to attach a document, make sure that you reference it in the body of your email. Give your attachment a relevant title that identifies it as a safe document that can be opened without risk to the recipient. Use the templates. Some of us don't like writing and others don't have time to craft a well-written message. Then why not gather together a few templates and keep them at hand? There are plenty of free resources online. For example, Thrive Hive offers 30 templates for small businesses, and the Mouse has compiled 27 pre-written templates that can be used in a range of business situations. Why time waste working on the structure of a message when other people have already done the heavy lifting? You can also compile your own templates if you have written an especially fine email. Why not strip out the personal content and use the structure again in the future? You can also use an email that other people have sent you for this purpose. However, be sure to remove all identifying information. Begin or end the message with a humorous disclaimer. If you are feeling especially pressured, tired, or angry when writing an email and worry that the recipient will pick up on your negativity, type a quick disclaimer like, "I've had a crazy week, but rest assured that I am really looking forward to working with you." Or, "In case I seem a bit sluggish this morning, it's because I have only had one cup of coffee so far." Before closing the email, use thanks in advance where possible. Given that email is a key business tool, you won't be surprised to learn that researchers have invested a lot of time into figuring out the word and phrases that get results. Boomerang, a company that specializes in helping people manage their email and improving their productivity, ran a study in which they looked at over 3 lakh 50,000 emails. The phrases "thanks in advance" yielded a response rate of 65% according to their findings, outshining all other common sign-offs. Keep your email simple. Unless you know the other party well, you should write using language that could be understood by a third grader. If you enjoy reading and writing, you might forget that most people don't actually do much of either outside of work. Using straightforward language and short sentences also reduces the risk of cross-cultural misunderstanding. Do not use emojis in formal business emails. Save them for your colleagues whom you know well or any silly conversation with your friends. Now I will give you some tips for email writing. Always fill the subject line with key information. Think of the subject line as a newspaper headline. Keep it brief, but make sure it adequately explains what your email is about. More often, the subject line is what determines whether the receiver will open your email or hit to delete it. Begin with a professional greetings. The first line of your email sets the tone for the rest of your message. It's your personal handshake and should be taken seriously. Don't screw it up with a limp attempt at introducing yourself. Be firm but polite, confident but friendly. Most importantly, keep it professional. One of the first things I learned about email writing is that wordy paragraphs are rejected. Heavy amount of text make your readers feel like they are reading a textbook that they hated so much back in their college life. Your emails should not read like an academic textbook. They should be brief and concise. Limit your paragraphs into 2 or 3 sentences, then hit enter and start a new one. Avoid the word just. It's a weak word. It's apologetic and sucks the confidence out of your voice. You never just do something, you do it. You don't just ask when you can expect to hear back from so and so. You ask. That's it. Just doing something makes you appear passive, like you are apologizing for interrupting your reader's day. Write with confidence and remove just from your vocabulary. Always spell check and proofread your email before sending it. Even if you are the greatest speller in the world, you are still human. You make mistakes. Do the dirty work and edit the heck out of your email. Get someone else's eye on it if you can. A misspelled word, even if it's as simple as the, make you look dumb and lazy and all things bad. Also take extreme cautions when it comes to proper nouns. Misspelling the name of your recipient or potential workplace demonstrates that you didn't take the time to research their company or spend adequate time writing your message. Do your work, it pays off. Always conclude your email with a proper send off. Show some appreciation to your reader and thank them for taking time out of their busy day to read your email. They could have easily ignored your email, but because you crafted a well-written message with a grabby subject line, a polite greeting, and a digestible, confident message, they didn't. Thank them for that. People like feeling appreciated, even if it is as subtle as being thanked for reading an email. It shows professionalism and respect, and it helps you stand out in their overcrowded inbox. Now I will give you some challenge. Write an email, read it aloud before you press send. You may discover that you haven't got the tone quite right and that it needs rewriting. Thank you very much. Here we finish this lecture on Master the Art of Communicating via Email. We hope that you enjoyed much and learned a lot of new things with us. We are waiting for your valuable feedback. And we will be right back with a new topic. Keep watching our YouTube channel. For more upcoming lectures and trainings, please subscribe our YouTube channel.